In this video, we're going to take a look at what a for each loop is, how to declare it, and how to use it with arrays. It's slightly different syntax than the for loop, and it's a unique to C# loop, but you're probably going to wind up using it a lot. It's really easy to use, really easy to read. So let's get into it. Go ahead and go into Unity, and we're going to use the same script as before. We'll use our Magic Shop script. And in here, let's just focus on the names. So I'm going to comment out the spell ID array for now, and let's just say we want to use a for each loop to print out all of the names of our spells. Well, the way to do that is you just type out for each and then open up parentheses. It's very similar syntax, but what's different is what the condition is. So we say for each var, which we'll get into in just a sec, and then you give this variable a name, and I usually just use the word thing for each thing in our spell name. So this is saying for each thing that's in our array, what do we want to do? We want to debug.log and print out the thing. And this thing, you can call it anything. You can call it name. You can call it Bob. It can be literally whatever. For some reason, for me, I just like to use the word thing. It just makes sense to me. And this is exactly the same as what we were doing with the for loop. It's just cleaner and easier to read. So if we save this and hop back into Unity, it's going to print out all of our spell names. All right, and there you have it. It's printed out Shadowfire, Celestial Fury, Dragon's Breath, Arcane Explosion, and Tempest Strike. Perfect. So let's say, just like we did with the for loops, that we only want to print it out if the spell name is Shadowfire, right? So let's hop back into our script. And we can use logic within this for each loop, just like we did with our for loop. And we can check if the thing that we're looping through, if that equals Shadowfire, then we can debug.log and print out the thing. Now, you may be wondering real quick, is how does this var actually work? Well, var is a universal data type, and it can read and knows what kind of data is stored in this array. So it's reading this spell name, and this var is actually a string. So if we wanted to, I could put string right here, and that would be doing the same thing. So it's saying for each string in our spell names, loop through. But for me, I prefer to keep it as var. I think that's totally fine, but it's important for you to know what that var is doing. So let's say if we had our public int spell ID brought back, and we could sub through for each thing in spell ID, print out the ID, right? And in this case, what var is subbing in for here is actually an integer, since the spell ID array is an array made up of ints. So that's how var works. Okay, so that's been how to declare a for each loop and how to use them with arrays. In the next video, we're going to get some practice with a challenge so that you can actually get some practice using this for each loop. Okay, see you in the next one.